Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream. We are back yet again today, commentating round 2, game 4 between the Anaheim Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights. How's everyone doing? Good to see you all coming in here and bumping on to the channel. Apologies for not being live for the opening game of the day, aka game 3 of Sabres and Canadiens. And that game looks like it's a pretty good game right now, but it's Mother's Day today. Decided to take that game off. So I apologize for that. But we'll be live for game 4 of that series on Tuesday. But we got one here today. It is between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks. And the last time we commentated these two teams in game 3 of this series, it was a 6-2 win for the Golden Knights. Now, hopefully today is a little bit better of a game itself than that one was. And I think it will be. I think the Anaheim Ducks are going to bounce back in this game and play at least a little bit better than what they were on Friday. So we'll see what happens there with that. But a solid amount of people here in the chat as everyone starts flowing. And I'm sure everybody was watching the Habs and Sabres game, which is still currently going on. But we're getting ready to start this one here in about a couple moments or so. So stay tuned for that in just a moment. See, we got Hugh in the chat. Owen is here. What's up, Owen? Let's go, Ducks. Another fine day of Nordic action. It's only a half day of Nordic action, but unless, with looking at how the playoff picture is transpiring, it looks like we are going to be live essentially every single day this week. That includes tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and all of next weekend as well, depending on how long these series actually end up going, but we will be live for them, so obviously stay tuned for that. Got a couple other things to discuss as well. Talking about some World Championship stuff. I put out a little bit of a teaser about that earlier in the day. We'll talk about it more when the game is underway and more people are here in the chat to hear the news. But yeah, how's everyone doing? It's a Sunday night. It's Mother's Day. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. If there's any moms in the chat, shout out to all the moms. I know sometimes there are some mothers who come on and watch the streams because they can't get the actual television feed of the game. But yeah, happy Mother's Day, and it should be a fun game here tonight. National Anthem currently going on right now. No problem, Nicholas. Thank you for coming back, man. Good to see you in another stream. The Quack Attack is back, Jack. Yeah, we'll see if they can tie the series. Game 5 of this series is on Wednesday, and there is a chance that in Game 5, Vegas could move on to the conference finals. We'll see if that ends up happening, though. Starting goaltenders on both sides. They're going back to Lucas Dostal, which is the smart thing to do. Dostal has been struggling at points in these playoffs. Not necessarily all his fault, though. Sometimes the defense has been really poor in front of him. But some of the goals that he allowed on Friday weren't exactly the prettiest, but they are going back to him. And on the other side is Carter Hart as well. All right, National Anthem almost coming to a close. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are 7 subs away from 6,700 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button down below. Hoping to hit that here tonight. Alrighty, the National Anthems have concluded here in Anaheim. And we are set and ready to go for Game 4 in a packed Honda House here between the Anaheim Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights. Starting goaltenders here on both sides. Carter Hart is on one side for Vegas, .915 save percentage, made 31 saves in Game 3. It's all good, Owen. I'll talk about it more when we get further into the stream, but it is what it is. On the other side, Lucas Dostal, 5-4 in these playoffs, .876 save percentage. He's allowed a goal in the first shot of the game 13 times overall this year. We'll stay if that stays the same. It is game 4 of this series. Anaheim is looking to tie. Vegas is looking to put a stronghold on this series, heading back to Vegas on Tuesday. Game number 4 between the Golden Knights and the Ducks. And we are underway. Face-off is won by Vegas. Mitch Marner will trip that one down low into the Anaheim zone. Granting it back then is William Karlsson. Marner banks it off the boards back down low. Here's Jacob Trouba getting it back then for Anaheim. Tried to force this one to center. Howden backhands it off the boards then. Trouba will get it there. As Anaheim trying to play it through center, they'll come back and regroup in their own end. On the ice is Mitch Marner, who had a hat trick in Game 3, a natural hat trick at that. VL will dump it down low into the Vegas zone. On the right side, Karlsson battling forward alongside Dorofeev. Pavel Dorofeev gets it back for Vegas. He'll bank it off the boards and back down low into the Anaheim zone. Mintyukov chips it off the boards and back to center. Vegas will reclaim it in the neutral zone past to Barbashev, who will dump it down low to the Anaheim zone. Mintyukov below the goal line then for Troy Terry. Terry pass ahead then for Mintyukov. Mintyukov will gain the red line. He'll dump it down low into the Vegas end. Battling for on the right side then is Terry. Pass in front. And a chance there for Ian Moore is denied by Carter Hart, and that's the first shot of the game. Ian Moore, who is a defenseman, he's been scratched the last 2 games. He's brought back into the lineup. He's originally a defenseman, but Anaheim's been running 11 forwards and 7D. And he's been on their 4th line here for the most part. Hasn't been too bad. Face-off coming up here now in the Vegas end. A little bit over a minute through this opening period. Those of you who are just joining us, after Montreal defeats Buffalo in Game 3, welcome. Face-off won back by the Golden Knights. Hanifin will clear this puck to center. Zellweger battling forward then with Smith, who will dump it down low to the Anaheim end. Moore off the boards then on the right side. Trying to clear that one was Granlund. Getting it back down low is Nick Dowd. Dowd trying to play this puck. He'll backhand it around behind the net. Down low in the corner, Anderson back to Dowd. Nick Dowd being tied up there by Moore. He still controls the puck and backhands it down lower. At least he tries to. On the right side, Colton Sissons. Both teams' 4th lines out there on the ice right now. Granlund trying to poke check it ahead. It's back into the Vegas end. Golden Knights kind of picking up where they left off. They had a lot of pressure in the early stages of Game 3. Hurdle dumps it down low into the Anaheim end. Trying to chip that one off the boards. Brandon Saad in the corner then for Kolazar. Battling forward there as well as John Carlson. Carlson trying to get it free. Vegas has it. Backdoor pass then for Coughlin, a shot. That one's blocked. Kolazar there with the rebound is broken up as well. Mintyukov fighting with Tomas Hurdle. Ryan Paling will try and chip this one to center. Here's Cutter Gauthier, who gives it back then for Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe chips it off the boards and back into the Vegas end. Down low in the corner, McNabb battling forward. He's hit down low. Johnston getting it back down the right side. Tim Washi will backhand this one off the boards. Up top, Washi pass in front, broken up there by the Golden Knights. McNabb will bank it off the boards and back into the Anaheim zone. This will not be an icing. Lacombe on the right side. Turnover, Carlson. Pass up top. Broken up. Theodore, a shot. Save there. Rebounds in front for Carlson. And cleared away by Anaheim. They will move this one through center. Washi dumps it down low into the Vegas zone. Brandon McNabb gets it back then for Vegas. Drop back down low to Marner. McNabb to Theodore. Shea Theodore. Off the boards then for Jack Eichel. Yeah, it's all good. Obviously, I'm a little bit upset about it. You know, you're always sad when your team gets eliminated, but I'm doing okay. I'm still proud of the way my team played, at least in the first round. Mintyukov trying to fire a shot on, and I said that coming in. It was going to be a 4 or 5 series. Dorofeev fighting with Mintyukov. Kreider down low then for Terry. Chris Kreider on the right side battling for that puck. Rasmus Andersson will dump it off the boards and chip it all the way back into the Anaheim zone. That'll be an icing. Really important that Anaheim scores the first goal of the game tonight. You take a look at the previous games of this series. Vegas scored the opening goals in games 1 and 3, and they won the hockey game. Anaheim kept it close in game 2, and they opened the scoring first in that one. They were able to win game 2. Out of the game tonight for Vegas is Mark Stone, who suffered an injury in game 3. It didn't look that bad, but Mark Stone dealt with injuries before. It's probably certain to say he's fighting through something, and that may have ignited it. But honestly, who isn't fighting through something in these playoffs? I'm fighting through no sleep. Here's Alex Killorn and bad grades, battling for it down low in the Vegas end. What's up, Brian? How we doing? Larry's here as well. What's going on, guys? Here's Moore up top, shoots it, and that one goes out of play. Good to see you all here in the chat. Good luck to my Ducks. Lunch break coming soon. Yeah, I would love to see Anaheim tie the series, make these playoffs go on longer. Here's Joe Quenneville. 126 all-time Stanley Cup playoff wins. That is second most all-time. Face-off coming up now on the Las Vegas end. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. Face-off won by Anaheim. Here's Zellweger, his shot. That one is blocked. Up top is Ian Moore, who fires one wide and out of play. $15:26 to go in this opening period. Insomnia. So yeah, Mark Stone is not in the lineup tonight for Vegas. He missed, I believe, half of game 2. Or game 3, sorry, due to a injury. Again, it didn't look like it was that bad of a play. It looks like he was kind of just bumped into. Coming in to replace him is Brandon Saad, who I believe may be playing in his first game of the playoffs. Here's Theodore on the right side to Marner. Trying to think if I've seen him before. I don't think I've commented him before, but maybe I'm wrong. Lacombe chipped off the boards then to Killorn, who will dump it down low into the Vegas end. Seneca back over then for Mitch Marner, battling for it down low. Vegas will chip it off the boards. Carlson back on the right side then for Theodore, who regroups. He'll dump it down low to the Anaheim end. Trouba fighting with Marner. Off the boards, Granlund. Pass ahead then to Lacombe. It's a 3-on-2. Lacombe chips it off the boards behind the net then. McTavish fighting with Ben Hutton. Trying to get that one free on the right side. William Karlsson. Off the boards to Marner. Up top, Gauthier. Down low then, Trouba. Shot saved by Hart as he covers that one up. See, the reason why I'm not getting sleep is not because of insomnia. It's because I'm up so late commentating these playoff games, then I got to get up early for school. Thankfully, this is my last week of school coming up, which actually makes things perfect. I talked about it a little bit. I made a post about it. We're going to be live for a couple of the World Championship games. The Men's World Championship, we're going to be live for a handful of those games. Most of them are taking place in the late morning, early afternoon. But with me not being in school anymore, it gives me a little bit of time. Obviously, I'm not starting my summer job yet until after the Stanley Cup final, probably. But it gives me a little bit of time to get some commentaries in the morning. So again, World Championship commentaries probably starting next Friday. I was eyeing United States and Switzerland to be our first one of the World Championships this year. I think it'd be a cool idea. Would you guys like to see World Championship commentaries? Any interest in that at all? Hey, what's up, Todd? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. Shots are 2-0 in favor of Anaheim. Face-off coming up in the Las Vegas zone. McTavish versus Hurdle. Face-off won by the Golden Knights. Kolasar off the boards then to Saad. Grabbed back by Minchukov. Trying to backhand it through center. On the right side, Gauthier flips it ahead to center. Paling's got some room. Fires it. Saved by Hart. Rebounds there. And cleared away by Vegas. Hurdle. Gets it back down low. Trying to dump it off the boards. John Carlson trying to steal it back. Golden Knights will force it to center. Pavel Minchukov in the Anaheim zone. I believe that game would start around like 2 p.m., by the way. Carlson chipped off the boards and back into the Vegas zone. Anaheim will grab this puck. They'll dump it down into the Golden Knights end. Theodore on the right side, then to McNabb. McNabb battling forward, then up top for Moore, who's broken up there at the line. Anaheim gets it back on the right side at Zellweger to Terry. Troy Terry down low to McNabb. McNabb over then for Theodore, who battles for it down low. Getting it back in the corner. Washi trying to throw a pass up top. Grabbed back then by the Golden Knights. They will carry it through center. Dowd off the boards then for Smith. Shot on. Saved by Dostal. Rebounds there. Pass in front. Broken up. Another backhand there is blocked. And Anaheim will force it back to center. Terry in the Anaheim end. Back over to Killorn. I think Anaheim will tie the series. Here's Lacombe. Broken up then by Dorofeev. Drops it back to Barbashev. Pass down low. And Eichel, a great chance, goes wide. Anaheim will take this one now through center. Killorn will dump it into the Golden Knights end. Seneca in the corner. Back to Killorn. Delayed penalty coming up against the Golden Knights. They will touch. And we are going to get an Anaheim power play. USA hopefully is tough enough to beat down Switzerland. Yeah, their roster is solid. And what's cool about it too is like, I'm going to be able to commentate those games. A lot of the players on that United States team are a lot of guys who are like future prospects and such. Same with Team Canada. There's a couple of guys, teams missed the playoffs and such. It's going to be fun to follow along that. So I'm looking forward to those streams. Golden Knights power play coming up here Anaheim power play coming up here in just a moment. Stay tuned. What's up, Jane? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Currently at 19 likes. I'll take it. Thank you all for your support on our first mock draft video today. That video is doing pretty well. It's at 1.1 thousand views in the first 7 hours. So thank you all so much for that. And thank you for your input in the comments. It's appreciated. Let's go Ducks. Love to hear that. So I apologize for missing today's game in Anaheim and Buffalo. That game, I believe, is over now. Yeah, they won 6-2. That's the first time Montreal's won back-to-back games in the playoffs this year. And also apologies for missing out on the games yesterday as well. Yesterday, I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of needed a day off. Like, I just needed a day to, like, chill out with family and stuff, and there was a family event going on. And I was just exhausted from the commentaries. I'll be honest. And again, maybe that's on me. But I do apologize for that. We will be live every single day this week, including tomorrow for Game 4 of Avalanche and Wild. Been looking forward to getting back into that series. Today's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to hopefully any other moms and grandmas. Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Again, that was the other factor as to why we weren't live for the earlier game, because it was Mother's Day. What's up, Dennis? How we doing? Who's going to win? I think Anaheim will tie the series. All right, face-off coming up here now in the Vegas end. It's an Anaheim power play. The Ducks, I believe, I forget the count, but I think they're 0 for 11 on the power play here against Vegas in this series. And again, it feels like it's the returning narrative every single time. The Golden Knights have been absolutely incredible on the penalty kill, not only in this series, but also in these entire Stanley Cup playoffs. 3 shorthanded goals. Carlson to Kreider. Kreider is shot. And that one goes wide. Granlund, another chance is blocked. Still time for him to get in here. Leo Carlson to Granlund. Granlund up top. John Carlson to Granlund. Granlund to Carlson. Pass in front. Broken up there by Vegas. Anaheim regroups it on the right side. Leo Carlson. Down low then for Granlund. Carlson a shot. It's gloved by Hart. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, again, like, we've commentated over 60% of the playoff games this year at this point. So, kind of needed just a day off to chill. I went to a baseball game yesterday. It was fun. And I didn't have to watch my Flyers get swept. It was great. Face-off in the Golden Knights end. It is Carlson versus Cutter Gauthier. Face-off here in the Golden Knights end. Shots are, I believe, 3-2 in favor of Anaheim. Sorry, I forgot to update the shots. 4-2. Face-off won by Anaheim. McTavish up top to Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe to Gauthier, a shot. That one goes wide. Puck will slide all the way back into the Anaheim zone. McTavish to Cutter Gauthier. Cutter Gauthier down low behind the net then for Anaheim. Gauthier to Lacombe. Lacombe will drop it back for Gauthier. 50 seconds to go on the Anaheim power play. Here's Killorn on the right side up top. Gauthier, a shot saved by Hart with the pad. Killorn up top. Seneca, he scores! Finally, a power play goal, and it's the rookie. 1-0 Anaheim. Beckett Seneca, who has been absolutely awesome in these playoffs and one of my favorite rookies here, especially in the postseason. One nothing lead for the Anaheim Ducks. Beckett Seneca, I believe that's his 4th goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs. He scored in Game 2. And they finally break through with a power play goal on Vegas. And what a goal that was. Beckett Seneca, 4th goal of the postseason, assisted by Alex Killorn. And Cutter Gauthier, and all Tortorella can do is just have that little look he has on his face. Like this. Face-off here at center is won by the Golden Knights. They will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Thought that was a solid call, too. I actually like that. Here's Eichel. Trying to throw that one in front. Poke checked away there by Dostal. Carlson battling forward with Eichel. Washi on the right side then. Granlund will try and chip it off the boards. Back down low then Johnston. Backhanded now behind the net then. It's Dorofia battling forward alongside Minchukov. Anaheim will backhand it to center. Dostal on the right side then for Carlson. Penalty coming up. It's against Anaheim. So as soon as Anaheim scores on the power play, Vegas will have a chance to score themselves. Okay then. It's worth noting that the team who scores the first goal every game in this series has won the game so far. We'll see if that narrative stays the same here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We're 7 subs away from 6,700. Could be like Brock Purdy if he plays football. Vegas power play coming up. Their first of the game. I believe they had 2 power play goals in Game 3, if I remember correctly. Face out one of the Knights. Theodore to Eichel. Jack Eichel here on the right side. At the point, Theodore a shot. It's gloved by Dostal. Good to see Dostal making some saves. He had a pretty rough opening game in Game 3 against the Golden Knights. Allowed 3 goals in the first period. It really did feel like after that the game was over, and Joe Quenneville immediately swapped to his backup in Husso. Knew this wouldn't be easy? Damn right. It's never easy in the playoffs. Even the sweeps we've seen haven't been easy. Vegas up top. Mitch Marner. Back down low then for Dorofeev. Dorofeev off the boards to Marner. Marner at the point. Theodore to Marner. Chip back down low then for Eichel. Jack Eichel. Circling it around then. Down low. Pass in front. Puck's in the crease. Jabbing at that one. It's in there on Dostal. And he covers it up. Raised his blocker and let everyone know he had it. It's kind of sick, actually. Back at Seneca, fourth goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs. For those who are wondering, that is his fifth goal in a commentary, his 9th point. Face off in the Anaheim zone, a minute 25 to go on the Golden Knights man advantage. Face off again here now as Hurdle was kicked out. Face off. One back by the Golden Knights. Marner up top. Shoots it. It goes wide there of Dostal. Dorofeev battling for it on the right side then with Minchukov. Marner trying to get that one free. He had 4 points in the game against Anaheim on Friday. Theodore to Eichel. Jack Eichel, top of the circle. Pass down low then for Marner. Mitch Marner on the right side. Up top to Jack Eichel. Eichel to Theodore. To Eichel, a shot. Stay with those rebounds there. They score! Pavel Dorofeev on the rebound. And Vegas has tied up the game. The rebound right there on the back door, and oh man, here's the offense. 2 power play goals. It's 1-1. Oh no, is it Marner's goal? Let me see the replay. Nah, Dorofeev had that. Can't take stupid penalties. Yep. What's up, Mr. GG? 49ers fan too, though. My dad tried to turn me into a Lambs fan. Ew. Ew. Pavel Dorofeev and Beckett Seneca exchange power play goals. Here's Ian Moore in the Anaheim zone now as Vegas has tied this hockey game up at 1. It's not over yet. Shut on, saved by Hart. Zellweger trying to throw a pass up top. It's grabbed back to them by the Golden Knights. They will carry it through center. Gauthier. Off the boards then. Moore battling for on the right side with Kreider. Down low now, Zellweger. Back over then for Kreider. Trying to get that one free. Here's Zellweger now. It's a 1-on-2 as he dumps it down low into the Vegas end. Carter Hart behind that then for Hannafin. On the right side battling for it. Poke check back to center. Ducks will regroup. Jacob Trouba. Back into the zone. Rasmus Anderson will get it back for Vegas. Dumps it to center. Anaheim backhands it down low. Into the Golden Knights end once again. Anderson. Gains the line. Pass off the boards then to Marner. It's cleared back into the Anaheim zone. Trouba will try and backhand it off the boards. Marner. On the right side then for Hutton. Hutton down low then. Pass up top. Shot from Coughlin, saved by Dostal, and he's got it. Shot 6-3 here in this opening period. Pavel Dorofeev ties the game up. His 5th of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And it is a 1-1 hockey game. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Leave a like on the stream as well. It's greatly appreciated. It helps out with the engagement. Tonight is a pretty special night here in Watch with Nordic history. Lucas Dostal has tied Stuart Skinner for the most commentary appearances in Watch with Nordic history. You guys know I love to keep track of the stats and all of the commentary streams that we commentate. This is the full top 10 for most games played by a single goalie in live commentary history. You can see Stuart Skinner is there at number 1 with 18 commentaries. That dates back to the Stanley Cup Finals and such. But Lucas Dostal, with many of the games being played for the Ducks, but also some Olympic games in Milano Cortina, he is now tied for first all time in live commentary history for most games played. So a fun little Watch with Nordic live commentary stat there. Those of you who know, for those who tune into the streams regularly, you know we keep track of all the stats and stuff. Ducks are getting out skating, need to get going. Yup, I am watching it on ESPN. Hi, Stormy. Take a look at that list. Some pretty cool names on that list. Some obscure names as well. Got Dan Vladar up there in the top 20. Jakub Dobish. Both the Avalanche goalies right next to each other. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. We are 6 subs away from 6,700. Face-off in the Anaheim end, won by Vegas. Shea Theodore, right side then for McNabb, a shot. That one goes wide. William Karlsson, up top to Marner. Marner to McNabb. In the corner then, Washy back over for Trouba on the right side. Grab back them by the Ducks. Here's Tim Washy now moving it through center for Anaheim. He'll dump it down low into the Vegas end. Theodore trying to poke check it to center. Karlsson gets it there. Here's Marner into the zone, drops it back. Grabbed on the right side then by Johnston. Wyatt Johnston, turnover forced there. Howden, backdoor pass to Marner. Marner at the point, back down low then for Hertl. Tomas Hertl below the line. At the point then, Coughlin a shot. And that one is blocked. Golden Knights get it back. Kolasar fighting with Trouba. Jackson Lacombe on the right side. Vegas tried firing it on. Granlund will get it back then for Anaheim behind the Anaheim net. Ducks will force this one to center. Lacombe for Trouba. Back into the Vegas end. It's a 2-on-1. Kallor now battling for with Kolasar. Yeah, Vegas starting to really outskate Anaheim here in this one. Pavel Mintyukov dumps it down low into the Vegas end. Ben Hutton fighting with Kallorn. Hutton will bank it off the boards to center for Saad. It's too far ahead. That'll be an icing. It's just off. That's annoying. Thank you, Dennis. Eventually. Gotta work for it. Face-off here in the Vegas end, won by Anaheim. Moore shoots it. Saved by Hart. Looked like a weird bouncing shot as that one went on net. Hopefully my prediction is professional as well. Well, typically a lot of my predictions have been wrong. So we'll see if I'm right this time around. But I don't know. I wouldn't be so sure. We'll see. Face off in the Golden Knights end. It is McTavish versus Karlsson. Face off. One back by Anaheim. Karlsson a shot. Saved there by Hart. He'll play it around the right side. Up top then. Anaheim dumps it down low to the corner. Gauthier. Up top to Mintyukov. Mintyukov to Karlsson a shot. That one is blocked. Down low then Hanifin getting it back for McTavish. McTavish shoots it. That one goes wide there of Hart. Puck will slide all the way back into the Anaheim zone. John Karlsson. Back with it then for the Ducks. He'll move this one through center yet again. Off the boards for Terry. Terry to Mintyukov, who tried to dump it down low into the corner. Anaheim is 3-0 following a loss this postseason. Karlsson. Back for Dorofeev. Golden Knights will move it through center. Dorofeev pass over is broken up. They will dump it down low then behind the net. Trouba battling forward then with Carlson. On the right side, Kreider trying to chip it to center. Theodore will backhand this one off the boards. Back into the Vegas end. Here's Eichel, pass in front. Broken up then by Anaheim. They'll move it through center. Terry. Intercepted by Theodore. Off the boards is Barbashev, who will backhand it down low. Jackson Lacombe. In the Anaheim end. Trouba. Gains the line. He'll dump it down low to the Vegas zone. Terry. Fighting with Coughlin. Anaheim clears it off the boards, then Moore. Fighting with Washi. Golden Knights will chip it back to center. Cole Smith backhands it into the Anaheim end. Washi battling forward alongside Sissons. Off the boards then to VL. Scramble forward here down low in the corner. Less than 5 minutes to go in this opening period. Anaheim moves it ahead now through center with speed. Zellweger will chip it down low into the Vegas end. Hannafin off the boards then. VL gets it back. Pass in front. Shut on. Goes in! Mikael Granlund. It's 2-1 Anaheim. How the heck did that one go in? .435 to go in the period. Mikael Granlund makes it 2-1 Anaheim. Granlund his 4th of the playoffs from Jeffrey VL. And this shot goes off of Cole Smith. I think it deflected a weird way. And it went into the back of the net. Granlund from Jeffrey VL. 2 goals on 8 shots for Carter Hart. That's not pretty. It is now 2-1 Ducks yet again. Marner will backhand this one down low into the Anaheim zone. Dostal will backhand it off the boards for Trouba. Jacob Trouba cleared to center. On the right side then, Granlund with speed will gain the line and dump it down low. Seneca, huge hit there by Howden. As Seneca's helmet popped off as he was hit by that puck. Golden Knights will move it now through center. Carlson up top for Marner. Anaheim will force it back to center. Seneca into the zone then behind the net for Anaheim. In the corner then with Theodore. Loose puck down low. As Killorn and Marner battling forward alongside Granlund and McNabb. Granlund wins the battle. Will backhand it off the boards. To the right side then for William Karlsson. He'll bank it off the boards up top. John Carlson. Cross ice pass. Puck slides in there just wide of Hart. Gauthier is cross-checked by McNabb. And oh boy, they did not like that. That's a penalty. Tons of physicality in this game already. That's definitely been the narrative here tonight. These two teams do not like each other. And the Anaheim Ducks will get another power play. I believe. They might call something else because there was a little bit of a brawl at the end of things there. So, we'll see. Only penalty on the play is for Braden McNabb for cross-checking on Cutter Gauthier. And with that, we will step aside. Anaheim power play coming up with 3.5 minutes to go. Here in this opening period, it's a 1-goal lead for Anaheim. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab some waters real quick. I kind of forgot to do that, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, I have returned. decided to grab the entire case of water here. Yeah, that's how this series has been. Goals and fights. This is how every series has been, but it's been a lot of penalties for sure. Neither team can stay out of the box. Leaves the room and smoothly does something with his hand as the door opens. What does that mean? Shots are 8-5 in favor of Anaheim here in this opening period. And they're going to get an opportunity here on the power play. Face-off coming up here now in the Anaheim, or the Vegas end, sorry. It's a power play for Anaheim. Chance here for the Ducks to make it a 3-1 lead. We'll see if they're able to do so. Face-off coming up here now in the Vegas end. McTavish will take the draw against William Karlsson. The face-off is won back by Anaheim. McTavish up top to Gauthier off the post. Oh, Cutter just a few inches away from making it a 3-1 game. He'll get that puck and try and throw it up top. It's poke-checked all the way back into the Anaheim zone. He was also a few inches away from missing the net, but we don't have to talk about that. Jackson Lacombe gets it back on the right side. Seneca down low then for Gauthier. Gauthier up top to McTavish. Mason McTavish up to the point then for Lacombe. Lacombe to McTavish down low. The Gauthier, he missed the pass. Killorn battling forward then with Gauthier. Vegas will steal it back and move it ahead through center. Hannafin dumps it down low. Dostal will give it back then for Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe now in the Anaheim end. Shots are 8-5 in favor of Anaheim. Lacombe to Leo Carlson. Leo Carlson on the right side then for Terry. Pass is blocked and Anaheim is forced back to center. John Carlson chipped off the boards. Granlund. Cross-ice pass for Leo. Leo gives it back then for Mikael Granlund. 40 seconds to go on the power play. John Carlson behind the boards then for Terry. Terry fighting with Marner. Leo Carlson fighting here on the right side, trying to throw that one up top. Kreider to Granlund. Granlund, cross-ice pass to Carlson. Broken up then by Vegas, who will dump it back down into the Anaheim zone. That'll pretty much do it here for the power play. Solid kill by Vegas. Leo Carlson at center. Grabbed back by Kreider. Carlson gets it back. 1:30 to go in the opening period. Power play has just now come to a close. John Carlson dumps it into the Vegas end. Terry battling for it down low behind the net then alongside Leo Carlson. There as well as Coughlin off the boards then. Sissons, cross-ice pass to Eichel. Anaheim trying to play that one down low. Trouba behind the net then for Coughlin. Coughlin off the boards for Carlson. Puck will go out of play. No shots for Anaheim on that power play. They did have a shot from Gauthier that hit the post. So I guess there's that. We will be live tomorrow for Game 4 between the Avalanche and the Wild. Game 4 coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will also be live for Game 5 of that series and Game 4 and 5 of Vegas, Anaheim, and Montreal Buffalo on Tuesday as well. Face-off coming up here now on the Golden Knights' end. It'll be Dowd versus McTavish. Face-off won by Anaheim. Lacombe to Trouba. Fires it. That one's blocked. Gauthier. Top of the circle. Shoots one on and goes wide. Last minute of play in the opening period. Vegas. Chipped off the boards then by Smith. Clears it into the Anaheim zone. Cutter Gauthier. Moves it through center. Fires one on. Saved by Hart. Rebounds there. Dished away then by the Golden Knights. Sissons. Ahead then for Dowd. It's a 2-on-2 the other way. Cole Smith will clear it into the Anaheim end. Mintyukov. Back down low in the Anaheim zone. Down to 20 seconds left. Paling. Into the zone. Cross-ice passes. Blocked with a stick. Anaheim recovers. Johnston a shot. That one is blocked through all the traffic. Golden Knights will dump it off the boards. It's Eichel, one last chance. He'll try and get around Mintyukov. 5 seconds left. Pass up top. Puck will slide back to center. And Anaheim will head into the first intermission with a lead. First period had 3 goals, and it was a fun period filled with offense and, of course, the physicality as well. Goals were scored by Beckett Seneca, Pavel Dorofeev, and Mikhail Granlund. So a very interesting opening period there in the Ducks with a 2-1 lead here after 20 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for period number 2 momentarily. This is the countdown till the second. And as always, thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We are 6 subscribers away from 6,700, so hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We're also at 44 likes through 20 minutes of play. I'll take it. But yeah, thank you all so much for your support. We'll be back in just a moment. So far, so good. Improvement lane. Need to keep it up. Yep. What's up, Tully? Welcome to the stream, brother. Are we going Ducks here tonight or what? Yeah, I think Ducks will tie the series. I'm with you. I think Anaheim's going to tie the series. I mean, I'm always the first one to advocate for more hockey, so for sure. See ya, Denise. All right. That was a fun opening period. I like my Seneca call. I thought that was a pretty solid call.
Mother's Day, get iPhone 17, iPad, and Apple Watch all on us. No trading needed. Spot Friends 513. Here's to the go-getters. There's not just the ones in the gym. Everywhere. The birthday party bosses.
Making my Seneca clip, guys. Guys, got any questions? Anything you want to talk about? Drop them in the comment section. What's up, Jen? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. Cutter Gauthier. Lacombe will drop it back for Gauthier. 50 seconds. Killorn on the right side up. Goche a shot. Goche a shot. See. Killorn up top. Seneca. Hit. A shot saved by Hart with the pad. Killorn up top. Seneca. He scored. Right side up top. Goche a shot. On the right side up top. Goche. Here's Killorn. On the right side up top. Goche a shot saved by. Here's Killorn. On the right side up top. Goche a shot. It's off every time. What's up, Brian? Tough Mother's Day on us. My ex died last June. Oh, that sucks, Brian. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. The first one's always difficult, especially for the children. So hopefully everybody's doing okay today. Here's Killorn. On the right side up top. Goche a shot. On the Anaheim. Here's Killorn. On the right side up top. Go. Power play. Here's Killorn. On the right side up top. Goche a shot. Saved by Hart with the pad. Killorn up top. Seneca. He scores! Finally, a power play goal. And it's the rookie. 1-0 Anaheim. Beckett, Seneca, Pavel Dorofeev, and Mikhail Granlund make it a 2-1 hockey game here for Anaheim. Got about 13 minutes.
My question is for the knockoff Chief Keef over there. How you do your brother like that? How you do your brother like that?
Hello, Jen. Jen M382, what's up? Power play. Here's Killorn. On the right side up top. Goche a shot. Killorn up top. Seneca. He scores! Finally, a power play goal. And it's the rookie. 1-0 Anaheim. Power play. Here's Killorn. On the right side up top. Goche a shot. Saved by Hart with the pad. Killorn up.
My pet peeve is people saying, I know exactly how you feel.
It's pronounced McAllister.
Who do I think is going to win? I think Anaheim's going to tie the series. All right, finally got that Seneca clip done. Ducks all the way. Seems like everyone's pulling for Anaheim. All right. Vegas all the way. Yeah, we'll see if Vegas can take a 3-1 lead. I'm all for more hockey, so would love this series to go 7 games. I say it all the time. Think everyone bet on Golden Knights. There will be a robbery coming. Yep. In the rigged era. What do you use to make the clips in? Do you make all the graphics on your channel by yourself? Yeah, I use I make all the graphics by myself. I use that on Photo P, not Photoshop, Photo P, because I'm too poor to buy Photoshop. Anyway, the clips I just added on CapCut. I will like screen record my clip of the goal, and then I will screen record a below clip of the goal, and then I'll put that onto the channel and like crop them together, make sure they align on CapCut, and then upload them. It's pretty simple. A lot of people ask me that. It's pretty simplistic. I say it. I try and say it a lot. Like anybody can really do this, to be honest, or their own versions of this. But yeah, there's not a ton that goes into it from the graphics side, but I'm always looking for, you know, like content and stats and stuff like that. Never got along with the former mother-in-law. Well, Jolene, happy Mother's Day to you. Sorry to hear you never got along with her. But happy Mother's Day to you. No problem. No problem, Tully. Pavel Dorofeev, 9th goal he scored in the commentary. Can you have this Golden Knights jersey behind me? I don't know. How much you willing to pay me? Who do I think will score in the second period? I think Vegas will tie the game. Golden Knights are going to tie the game. Sabres are 0-14 when trailing 2-1 in a best-of-7 series. Oh, God. Sabres looking to rewrite their own history. Bracket is getting smaller. Lesser teams are on the list. Philadelphia swept by Carolina. Hurricanes stay undefeated and move on to the conference finals. They'll take on one of Montreal or Buffalo. That series could end as soon as, I believe, Thursday. PWHL action here and some news about that. The Ottawa Charge are moving on to the final. Overtime winner. Defeated Irene Frankel, who won a gold medal. What's up, Christine? Yeah, it was tough Took the day off yesterday, if we're being honest. Little tired. We've been streaming basically every day since the playoffs started. Wanted to take a day off. All right, second period coming up here in just a moment. Stay tuned, guys. Second period's coming up. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We're 5 subs away from 6,700. We are 5 subscribers away. Oh, man. As you recall, pick Ducks in 6, yep. How we doing? Boston. Boston ain't even in the playoffs anymore. Oh, you mean the Boston Fleet? Will the winner of this play the winner of the Abs game? Yes. Whoever wins this game will play the winner of, or whoever wins this series will play the winner of Minnesota, Colorado. Oh, boss man. I was going to say. I am doing good, Davey. Go Fleet, though. Classmate player for them. Really, who? Busting out the 1990 Upper Deck case. Arceza Yager, Bure, Fedorov, Belfour. Nice. Who'd you pull? Or did you pull all those guys? Anyway. Alrighty, everyone. Let's get ready for the start of period number 2. Between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks. First period recap. Goals were scored by Beckett Seneca, Pavel Dorofeev, and Mikhail Granlund, making it a 2-1 lead for Anaheim here after 20 minutes of play. Taking a look at your stats through 20, shots are 9-5 in favor of Anaheim. Faceoffs, 57% in favor of Vegas. Power plays, Vegas 1 for 1, Anaheim 1 for 2. Hits are 11-11 and block shots are 6-3 in favor of Vegas. Period number 2 between the Anaheim Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights from the Honda Center. Anaheim looking to hold on to their 2-1 lead, potentially expand on it. Trying to tie up this series heading back to Vegas on Monday. That's sick, Davey. Wow. All right, period number 2. And we are underway. Face-off one back by Anaheim. It's Trouba on the right side then for Lacombe. Clears it off the boards and back into the Golden Knights' end. Hannafin battling for now on the right side. Golden Knights will take it through center. Carlson ahead for Howden. Carlson, backhand pass over is blocked. Chipped off the boards to center then by Johnston. Through the zone is VL, who backhands it on. It's denied by Hart. On the right side then, Jansen Harkins. Battling for it alongside Washi. Down low in the corner then, Howden off the boards to William Karlsson. William Karlsson will dump it into the Anaheim end. John Carlson gets it back for Anaheim. Lacombe, cross-ice pass. Into the zone, then is Troy Terry, who will dump it around behind the net. Kreider to Carlson, a shot. And that one goes up and out of play. Shots now 10-5 in favor of Anaheim. Good chances for the Ducks. Vial had a solid chance. Nice little backhand there off of Hart's pad and out. Carter Hart been great in this series. I would argue this has already been his worst game of the series. He's had some phenomenal hockey being played. Face-off one back by the Golden Knights. McNabb. Right side end for Theodore, who will dump this one all the way back into the Anaheim zone. John Carlson picks it up then for the Ducks. Mintyukov will dump it down low into the Vegas end. McNabb off the boards then for Eichel. Up top, Mintyukov. Play is forced back to center. Anaheim will dump it down low into the Duck zone. What's up nearby? How we doing? Barbashev for Dorofeev, who fires one there on Dostal. Terry on the right side then. John Carlson trying to pick it up. Dumped off the boards then. Dylan Coughlin dumps it down low in the corner. Dorofeev fighting with Mintyukov. Grab back then by Anaheim. Terry back down low. Dorofeev will drop it into the Anaheim zone furthermore. Mintyukov to Carlson. Off the boards then. Chipped down low into the Vegas end. About 2 minutes gone in this opening period. Turnover forced there. In front, Seneca pass over. And Killorn fumbled that puck. He threw it back up top. And it was tied up in the Vegas skates. And the Golden Knights will dump this one to center. Dowd into the zone for Vegas. Nick Dowd loops it back around. Pass up top then for Anderson. Huge chance for Killorn, but he fumbled the shot. Here's Anderson into the zone. Loses the puck. Howden in front. And Dowd, a great chance there, is denied. Anaheim will get it back and clear it back into the Vegas zone. It will not be an icing. Golden Knights starting to put some shots on now. On the right side, Dowd stolen back to by McTavish, who dumps it down low into the Vegas end. Hannafin trying to poke, check it around. Shot on Sabre Hart, rebounds there in front. And cleared away then by Vegas. Anderson off the boards. Gauthier steals it, fires it. And that one is blocked. Cole Smith gets it back then for the Golden Knights. Off the boards then for Kolasar. Keegan Kolasar dumps it around behind the Anaheim net. Hurdle. Stolen back then by Ryan Paling. Paling up top then to McTavish. McTavish, a shot. Saved by Hart, rebounds there. And jabbing at that one in front. Golden Knights will get it back and they'll break it through center. Brandon Saad gets around Jackson Lacombe. Battling for it in the corner then is VL with Hurdle. Chipped off the boards. Golden Knights will keep it in. They'll fire it wide. Theodore fighting now on the right side. Off the boards then Mitch Marner. Trying to get that one back. Washi backhands it off the boards then to center. Marner will grab it yet again then for Vegas. Mitch Marner chipped off the boards then to Carlson as it slides back into the Anaheim end. Carlson in front. They score! Brett Howden. What a play. And Howden has tied the game. Pretty sure somebody said that Howden would score a goal in this period. Yeah, Chris. Golden Knights have tied the game at 2. That was a great play by William Karlsson. Was able to get the pass up top in front. Brett Howden has his 7th of the playoffs. Great play. Dostal was there, but just missed the shot. Mitch Marner, another point. 2-2. Face-off at center is won back by Anaheim. Mintyukov in the Anaheim end. Golden Knights will dump it down low. Anaheim will dump it down low. Leo Carlson battling for it on the right side. Terry, right circle. Back over then for Mintyukov. Down low then Carlson. He'll backhand it around behind the net then Mintyukov for Kreider. Kreider to John Carlson up top then. Leo Carlson. Back to John Carlson. Cross-ice pass then. Grabbed on the right side by Mintyukov. Backhands it behind the net then to Troy Terry. Hannafin. Off the boards to William Karlsson. Golden Knights will play it through center. Anaheim steals it back. Terry into the zone. Back down low for Killorn. Up top then, Karlsson will dump it down low yet again. Killorn was battling forward with Hannafin. Hannafin would play it around then for Rasmus Andersson, who will backhand it back into the Anaheim zone. Trouba will get it back then for Anaheim. It's an icing. Great play there by William Karlsson, who again came back recently. Didn't think he'd score that quick. Yeah, you did join at a bad time, I guess. KFB as a Utah fan. Shots 14-9. Carter Hart starting to bounce back here a little bit more. Face-off coming up here now in the Golden Knights end. Off of the icing, Anderson wins it back then for Vegas. Rasmus Andersson will clear this one to center into the zone. Howden, one-on-one with Trouba. Brett Howden will backhand it around behind the net then. Grab back down low by Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe for Granlund. Granlund to Lacombe. Mikhail Granlund into the zone. Try to get around the D. On the right side in the corner, battling for it alongside Coghlan. Seneca gets it back for the Ducks. Up top, Trouba's shot. That one is blocked. Dorofeev will get it back off the boards then for Hurdle. Backhand pass to Eichel. Eichel into the zone. Backhanded down low. It's blocked there by Lacombe. Plays it ahead then for Seneca. Seneca battling for it then with Coghlan. Puck slides back down into the Anaheim end. Trouba off the boards. Will backhand this one down low into the Golden Knights end. Coghlan fires it off the boards. Eichel dumps it in there on Dostal. He'll make the save. In the corner then is Moore on the right side for Zellweger. McTavish will backhand it down low into the Vegas end. That one will be an icing at 13:42. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We're literally one sub away from 6,700. Hey, what's up, Justin? Welcome to the stream, brother. Go Ducks, go. How you doing, man? How's BU? Face-off coming up here now in the Anaheim zone. 13:42 to go in the second period. We are tied at 2. Face-off won back by Anaheim. Zellweger dumps it off the boards back into the Golden Knights end for an icing. Also at 54 likes. Hit that like button down below, of course. Just had finals week 1. One more year left. Yeah, man. Time flies. I just got done my first year. Obviously not at a place that's as big as BU, but you know. Face off in the Anaheim end. It was okay. It was decent. Passed. Well, actually, finals are this week, so I'll let you know. Face off in the Anaheim end. One back by the Knights. Hannafin to Anderson. Anderson down low then for Carlson. Battling for it on the right side then is Zellweger. McTavish behind the net then for Ian Moore, who will bank it off the boards and back into the Golden Knights end. That'll be an icing. Yeah, this week coming up is finals week. Once finals week is done, should be good to be live for basically every day of the rest of the playoffs, except for, I think, 3 days. Honestly, think if Vegas wins tonight, it's a wrap. Yeah, I agree. Face-off coming up here now in the Anaheim zone. It's Eichel versus McTavish. Thank you all for 6,700. Face-off in the Anaheim zone. One back by the Ducks. Zellweger attempt to clear to center. Barbashev to Eichel. Backhand down low. Puck goes wide. Paling. Through center, McTavish. Cross-ice pass for Gauthier. Cutter Gauthier. Backhands it down low. Dorofeev gets it back then for the Knights. Shea Theodore with speed will dump it into the Anaheim end. Lacombe. On the right side then. Grab back by Johnston, who will dump it to center. Ben Hutton will dump this one here into the Anaheim end. On the right side then, Johnston. Back down low into the Vegas end. Viel battling for it here now on the right side. Golden Knights trying to clear to center. Kolasar ahead then for Sada. It's a 2-on-2. Broken up then by Anaheim. Vegas recovers. Kolasar trying to dump it down low. Jeffrey Viel gets it back then for Anaheim, who moves it through center. It's a 2-on-2 again. Washi, backhand there, goes wide. Gets it down low then in the corner. We'll dump it around behind the net then up top to John Carlson. The point to Minchukov, a shot. That one goes wide. Hurdle. On the right side then for Sissons. At the point then, John Carlson backhanded down low for Terry. Terry to Leo off the bench. Tried to deke around the defense. And they break it up. Hutton up top then. Minchukov keeps it in the zone. Kreider. Down low now in the corner. Anaheim putting on the pressure here as we move towards the halfway mark of the period. Sissons. Backhand pass then for Ben Hutton. Hutton will dump it into the Ducks end. Dostal gives it back for Minchukov. Minchukov to John Carlson. Here's Kreider. Through center. Shut on there. Goes wide of heart. His own teammate took him out. Hannafin. Gets it back then. The regroup for Vegas. Yeah, I like that sentiment, Michael. Here's Lacombe. Fighting for it then with Marner. Anaheim gets it back. It's Granlund. Huge hit there by Anderson as he got Seneca up high. Referees want to call. Or not referees. Fans want to call. But the referees did not call anything. Here's Granlund. Through the neutral zone. We'll chip it into the Vegas end. Hannafin. Off the boards to Carlson. Broken up at the line. Anderson tried to get around Seneca. Now he picks up the puck into the zone up top. Marner. Pass back. Hannafin a shot. Saved by Dostal. And the puck is cleared away. Marner dumps it around behind the net then. Kept in the zone by McNabb, who is knocked down to the ground by Seneca. Physicality's certainly been a factor in this series, and it is again tonight. Here's McNabb, a shot. Saved by Dostal. And he will cover up at 10-16. Approaching the halfway mark of the game and the period. The physicality is definitely reached and intensified the way we thought it would. Big hit by Anderson on Seneca. Looks like it's clean. And we will head to commercial break. 10-16 to go. 2-2. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Thank you all for 700. You can make that joke if you want or not. I don't care. Now on the push to 6,800. Hoping to get to 7K by the end of the month is my goal. And we're pacing ourselves pretty well, so I hope we can get to it, but we'll see. Got to put the work in, so. What's up, Renee? Go Ducks. Happy Sunday night. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms here in the chat. Shout out to all the moms. Not just the ones in the chat, obviously. Who did Vegas win to be here again? Utah, the Utah Mammoth. New team. Newer team.
Good job. Mitch Marner on his feet, applauding, gloves off as they do this community service here in Anaheim. As it's time now for Here For It, brought to you by Enterprise. Yeah, what I'm here for is the progression of Mitch Marner. He's been absolutely tremendous.
All right, back here in Anaheim, taking a look at Mitch Marner, a multi-point game tonight. Has 2 assists on both of the goals, had 4 points in Game 3. He's been putting up some remarkable numbers here for Vegas as these playoffs have gone along. We'll see if that continues. Talk about it a little bit. I made a post about it, but we are going to be live for some World Championship games. I believe the first game that we have scheduled is on Friday. It'll be United States versus Switzerland on IIHF TV, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully I am able to get the access for it. It doesn't cost me a fortune. If it costs me a lot of money, I don't know if I can do it. Face off here in the Anaheim end, McTavish versus Dowd. Anything more than $100. We'll see. Goche clears it back to center. Vegas battling 40 on the right side. Dowd alongside McTavish. Here's Zellweger, who will dump it into the Vegas end halfway through the period and the game. Nick Dowd. Ahead then for Howden. Off the boards then for Sissons. Colton Sissons back over then for Paling. Paling. Down low then for John Carlson. Olin Zellweger to Gauthier, who will dump it into the Golden Knights end. Ben Hutton through center. Cleared all the way back into the Anaheim end. Ducks recover. Washi into the zone. Cross ice pass for Troy Terry. Terry to Lacombe. Lacombe to Trouba, a shot. That one goes wide there of Hart. Up top, Jackson Lacombe keeps it in. Behind the net then for VL. Jeffrey VL below the net. Looks for options. Up top then for Lacombe. Lacombe to Trouba. Trouba at the point. Right side then Washi. Tim Washi grabs it then for Anaheim. Will backhand this one around behind the net. Now Lacombe fighting with Dowd here in the corner. Cleared up top. Viela's shot. And that one is gloved by Hart pretty easily. As Vegas was hemmed out there for a bit, they finally force a whistle. Now they'll be able to get a line change. Jeffrey VL trying to pick a fight. And it's too early to say overtime. Still got another period left to play. But you never know. We will step aside yet again. Physicality in front. Solid save by Carter Hart. Shots now 15-10. Yep, 15-10 are the shots. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. We're at 59 likes here on the commentary. Try to get to 100. That'd be awesome. Phillies won today. I got to watch it, actually.
Back in Anaheim, hey, you want to shape the future of hockey? Submit your application by June 3rd. Help grow the game and connect with fans like you.
Face-off coming up in the Las Vegas end. We will be live tomorrow for Game 4 of Wild and Avalanche. We'll be live for that game tomorrow. I know there were some people who were disappointed that I wasn't live for that game, but we will be. Don't you worry. I apologize for not being. Kind of needed the day off yesterday. Thank you, Nicholas. Yeah, Wild had a good game yesterday. We'll see if they're able to tie the series up tomorrow. Face-off coming up here now in the Golden Knights' end. Face-off. One back by Vegas. Down low behind the net then Noah Hannafin. Kept in the zone by Anaheim. Here's Carlson. A shot saved by Hart. And the puck goes out of play. John Carlson, what an ad he's been for Anaheim. That guy has been awesome for the Anaheim Ducks since he's come there. Face-off in the Golden Knights zone. Granlund versus Howden. Face-off won by Vegas. Hannafin will dump this one to center. Jackson Lacombe to Trouba. Off the boards to center. Lacombe will dump it down low into the Golden Knights' end. Carlson fighting with Seneca. Rasmus Anderson. Back to Marner. Marner for Carlson. Here's William Karlsson into the zone. Fires it. Sibadostel. Marner pass over. And the rebound is broken up. Anaheim moves it ahead now through center. It's a 3-on-2. Seneca. Pass up top is broken up by Marner. And now a 2-on-1 the other way. It's Marner with Theodore. Theodore waits. What a play there by Trouba to block that pass. Up top. Posada shot goes off the post. And out of play. Brandon Saad off the post. First game of the series for him. And he nearly made it a 3-2 game, but solid saves by Dostal. A good play by Trouba defensively. Again, on a 2-on-1, sometimes it's difficult to break that play up, and I thought Trouba did a solid job in forcing Theodore to look for other options. Face-off coming up here now in the Anaheim end. Shots are 15-11 in favor of the Ducks. Face-off one by the Knights. Here's Theodore, a shot saved by Dostal. He covers up the rebound. Despite Hurdle kind of getting into his business there a little bit. Vegas starting to rack up some chances. Dostal making some solid saves. So there you go. There's Olin Zellweger. Has an overtime winner in live commentaries. Don't ask how I know. Shots 15-12 in favor of Anaheim. Face-off here in the Ducks' end. Washi versus Hurdle. Face-off won by the Knights. Theodore up top. Shot there for McNabb is blocked. Theodore on the right side then for McNabb. Fires one on, rebounds there in front. And it goes just wide of Dostal. Cleared off the boards then by Saad all the way back into the Golden Knights' end. Shea Theodore gets it back for Vegas. Theodore to McNabb. McNabb will dump it down low into the Anaheim end. Carlson fighting with Hurdle. Hurdle trying to play a puck in front. Zellweger gets it back then for the Ducks. Through center. Johnston got a little bit of room. Backhand pass down low is blocked with a stick. Icing here against the Golden Knights at 6:58. Why has my clock been so far behind? Which one is better? If Marner or Carolina Woods wins the cup? Wouldn't mind seeing either, honestly. Carolina winning the cup would be refreshing. The amount of hate that Marner would get, the amount of like angry Leaf fans though if Marner won the cup. You know, leaves his first year, the Leafs struggle, and then he goes and wins a cup. Face off in the Vegas end. Barbashev trying to clear it to center. Anaheim on the right side, broken up by Vegas. Dorofeev will dump it into the Anaheim zone. About 6.5 minutes to go in this second period. Troy Terry on the right side. Back down low for John Carlson. Dumps it down low into the Vegas end. What's up, Rex? Damn, that's sick. Good to see you, bro. Ducks aren't playing too bad. Backhanded down low into the Anaheim zone by Minchukov. John Carlson gets it back then for Anaheim. He'll dump it down low. Anderson. Right side then for Hannafin. Chipped off the boards back into the Ducks zone. John Carlson for Eichel. Anaheim moves it into the zone. Trouba for Seneca. Saved by Hart. Rebounds there. And backhanded away by the Golden Knights. Here's Lacombe. On the right side, Seneca trying to play that puck. Howden. Battling for it alongside Lacombe. Marner back to Trouba. Ducks will move it ahead through center. Granlund to Killorn. Killorn dumps it down low into the corner then for Granlund. Pass in front for Seneca. That one just deflected right in front of him. Saved there by Hart. About 5 minutes to go in the second. Puck will slide into the Anaheim zone. Jackson Lacombe. Off the boards to center. Coughlin. Battling for it on the right side. Then Smith alongside Marner. Anaheim trying to clear it back into the Vegas end. Hutton. Behind the Vegas net. Throws it off the boards to center then for Dowd. Nick Dowd on the right side, fighting with Zellweger. Cross-ice pass to Hutton, who will dump it behind the net then for Coughlin. Chipped off the boards. Here's Dowd. Up top then for Ben Hutton. Hutton will dump it down low. Dowd gets it back then for the Golden Knights. Up top, Hutton fires it. That one's blocked. Sissons. Right side. Anaheim will clear it off the boards to center. Yeah, me neither, Rex. It's been a fun game. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining here in this opening period. Here's Dowd. Fighting with McTavish. Anaheim trying to get some more shots on. Paling intercepts a pass up top. Gauthier shoots it. That one goes wide. On the right side, then Smith will backhand this one all the way down into the Anaheim zone. It will be an icing at 3:54. Here's a chance here for Anaheim. Again, shots 16-12. Face-off coming up here now in the Vegas and the Ducks. With an icing gives him the advantage. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button down below if you're new. Face-off won by Anaheim. It's kept in by the Knights. Carlson waits. Below the line then. Takes it around. Pass in front. And stolen back then by Leo. Leo Carlson to Terry. Terry up top to Lacombe. Lacombe. Down low then for Terry. Troy Terry up top to Carlson. Some of these Knights have been out there for nearly 2 minutes. Troy Terry, right side. Back over then for Carlson. Late penalty here for Vegas. John Carlson is a 6-on-5 on Suze. On the right side, Terry. Terry. And touched by the Golden Knights. And Anaheim pressures Vegas in their own zone. They get them out there, they get them tired, and they make them force a penalty. And a power play coming up here for Anaheim. Game 4 of a really close series here. We're tied 2-2 heading into the latter stages of period number 2. Slashing call on Cole Smith. And the Ducks, who have only scored 1 goal in the power play of the 13 opportunities they've had in this series. They did score that goal tonight. We'll step aside here. 2-2. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We are on the chase to 6,800 subscribers. We're at 67 likes as well here on the commentary. Take a look at the goaltender stats here super quick. Start off on one side with, I believe we're going to go to Carter Hart first. If it wants to load on my screen. There we go. Carter Hart, 14 saves on 16 shots, .875. On the other side then for Anaheim, Dostal, 10 saves on 12 shots, .833. With the way this game has calmed down, though, in terms of offense, maybe that'll stay the same. Wrong pipe. Let's go Ducks up, Danny. How we doing? Wrong pipe. Still feeling in there. Hopefully I don't start crying. Welcome back to Anaheim. Power play coming up for the Ducks. Off of a slashing call from Cole Smith. And yeah, it's not a great play, but, you know, you're getting hemmed in your own zone. Love from India. Thank you, AJ. All right, Anaheim power play, their third power play of the game. They have one tonight. Face-off won by the Ducks. Seneca. Up top then for Lacombe. Lacombe up top, stolen back then by the Knights. Carlson ahead then for Eichel. Lacombe battling for it on the right side. William Carlson then fighting with Seneca. Lacombe trying to get it free. Seneca ahead then to McTavish. McTavish to Lacombe. Oh, did I say Edmonton? Oops. Meant Vegas, my bad. Oh, how was their power play? It was 8 for 16. They were 50%. I thought you said, how is there a penalty for Edmonton? Here's McTavish to Lacombe. Pass to Gauthier. You've blocked there by McNabb. In the corner, Shea Theodore steals it back. He will clear it back down the other way. It was 8 for 16 against the Oilers. It is 1 for 13 against Vegas. Seneca through center. Go Ducks from Quebec City. Nice. Here's Killorn. Top of the circle. Down low then for Gauthier. Killorn in front. They score! Alex Killorn. Another power play goal. And Anaheim with the go-ahead goal again for the third time tonight. It's 3-2. With pretty much 2 minutes to go here in period number 2, Alex Killorn with a multi-point game alongside both Gauthier and Seneca. Wow. Great play by Killorn to force that in front. And Anaheim has taken a 3-2 series lead. Or 3-2 lead in the game, not 3-2 series lead. I'm tired if you couldn't tell. Face-off coming up here now at center. 2:02 to go. It's Killorn's 4th of the postseason. His 2nd point of the night. Face-off is a tie-up at center. It's won back by Vegas. They will dump it down low into the Anaheim end. Trouba now fighting with Barbashev. Leo Carlson trying to get it back and moving through center. Barbashev backdoor pass. Broken up. Terry on the right side then with Trouba. Leo Carlson off the boards then. Forcing it to center. Kreider tried to get it back. Now Rasmus Anderson here on the right side. Eichel. Back then for Carlson. Carlson ahead then for Kreider. Kreider on the right circle. Battling for it in the corner is Carlson alongside Eichel. Vegas will move it through center. Dumping it down low into the Anaheim end. Dorofeev fighting with John Carlson. Troy Terry through center. He'll dump it down low into the Golden Knights end. I do play hockey, Dennis. Here's Washi, a shot. That one is blocked. I play roller hockey, though, not ice. I used to play ice. Theodore in the Vegas end. Last minute of play here in this second period. Marner in the Golden Knights zone. Marner off the boards then. Carlson cross-ice pass for Theodore. Theodore, top of the circle. Shut on there, save by Dostal. Pavel Mintyukov. Off the boards then to center. Yes, you should. That's kind of ironic, KFB. Golden Knights will get this one back at center with less than 30 to go. They'll dump it down low. Mintyukov. Off the boards then for John Carlson. Carlson off the boards. Grabbed back by Seneca. He'll move it through center. Pavel Mintyukov to Washi. Washi dumps it down low then. Killorn up top. Trouba denied there by Hart. Rebound was there and cleared away. Seneca, right side. Nick Dowd trying to clear it to center. Time winds down and the Ducks yet again will take a 1-goal lead. And a huge scrum down low in the Golden Knights end as we end off the period. The Vegas bench immediately lost their mind. Yeah, you pretty much have to hope there's no more goals scored in the game. And yeah, big, all good. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, big scrum going on here at the end of the whistle. There will definitely be some penalties assessed off of this. Probably take a second here. Gave Seneca a penalty for cross-checking. I believe that was the only penalty they gave. Oh, yeah, that is a cross-check. So, yeah, it looks like we'll probably have a Vegas power play to start off the third period. Still figuring out the calls. Captains of two teams are talking. And by the captains, I mean John Carlson and Jack Eichel. Carlson is having a very vocal conversation with the referees. Eichel's like, what are we doing? But anyway, that'll do it here for period number 2. 2 goals in that period. Brett Howden tied the game at 2. Alex Kohler with another power play goal. There's been 4 of the 5 goals have been on the power play in this game tonight. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. I'll see you guys for period number 3 momentarily. This is the countdown till the third. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We are now on the pace to 6,800 subscribers. Turning into a great series. Root for Vegas. They're close to Idaho. Nice, Tim. Welcome to the stream, brother. We got 68 likes here on the commentary. Hit that like button some more. We are about 32 likes away from 100. Anywho, I am going to go use the bathroom super duper quickly. I will be right back, guys. Be back in a second. Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Had to use the bathroom super quickly. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, man, spread the word. All right. Shouting match more like it. Yep. All right. Update the all-time stat sheet. Brett Howden with his 7th goal of the playoffs. I feel like every time I commentate him, he scores a goal, so... Yeah, he's got 11 goals in live commentary. So, if I'm commentating Vegas, put down a bet for Brett Howden to score, because he loves to score when I stream him. Can't believe Marner has another point. This guy has been racking up the points with Vegas. Let's go Ducks. Love to hear that. So Alex Kohler with a multi-point game, Cutter Gauthier with a multi-point game, and Beckett Seneca with a multi-point performance as well. Beckett Seneca, 10 points in live commentaries. Might win the rookie award. Hey, JP with the $1 dono. Thank you, JP. Trying to heart that. It won't let me. There we go. Thank you, JP. I appreciate it, brother. All the donations are very much so greatly appreciated. Thank you, JP. Who do I think will win? I think Anaheim's going to tie the series. In my opinion, I think Anaheim's going to tie the series. I think Vegas is going to get a power play off of that sequence, by the way. Off of that sequence at the end, they're going to get a power play out of that. Yeah, JP, thank you, bro. Vegas for 2026 Stanley Cup. Yeah, we'll see. Canadians won and we're looking good, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Series ain't over yet. It's a 2-1 series, but you look back to you look back to the series prior. Montreal won Game 3 and Tampa Bay tied the series. But obviously, again, you know, Montreal won in 7. But we'll see. Anaheim will win this? I think so. That's what I'm predicting. I don't know if they bet on me, though. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, man, looking forward to seeing you in some more streams. We're going to be live tomorrow for Minnesota-Colorado Game 4. Ducks jersey in the back. Yeah, it's a pretty nice jersey, right? Mighty Ducks jersey. I do have their newer one. Not the one they're wearing currently, the one they had before. It was the D. I don't like that jersey. It's really, really strange. Go Ducks and Wild Wing. Do I also stream NBA? No, I'm just NHL. Just an NHL guy. I follow the NBA, kind of, but I don't stream it. I would have no idea what to say in the commentaries. I'm a Sixers fan, kind of. But they're like my 4th level of sports that I pay attention to. Yeah, and we got destroyed by the Knicks. It was not pretty. Like, dominated. The only game that was close was Game 2, funny enough. Do I watch cricket? Time to time. IPL sometimes as well. I'm a big hockey and baseball. I'm a big hockey and baseball guy. I'm bleeding somewhere. Ugh. Big hockey and baseball guy. Those are my 2 main sports. Love going to the ballpark.
Stanley Credit Union, an experience banking that places the focus where it should be, on you. At Diamond, you'll feel the difference that a more personalized, dedicated approach can make. We meet you where you are, right inside your community, where we've been serving our members since 1947. Where local roots meet family trees, where high tech meets high, and where I wish means here's how. That's Kansas. That's Diamond Credit Union.
All right, all right. Yeah, no. Nice. ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on
All right, got about less than 8 minutes to go till the third period.
by spending $150 or more on qualifying Scott's products.
Just watch Vegas going to take serious. Not really a huge follower of the IPL. I don't really have a favorite team. Kind of just whenever they pop up on like ESPN and such, I'll take a look. And when they're on TV.
We couldn't agree on dinner, so we compromised on something that nobody's excited about. Instead of settling, download the Wonder app. I want that. And get everything everyone craves all in one order. Wonder gives you access to more than 20 different restaurants from renowned chefs, so you can get exactly what you crave, with no compromises. Avoid the sad cookies. Only with Wonder, the cravings expert.
We're here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you should pay what we pay.
All right.
Ticket pricing across all the lines for SUVs. And point pricing. You pay what we pay. Only for your local Ford.
Watch third period. Anaheim scores. Yeah, man, we'll see.
To the Discover Second Intermission Report. Game 3 in Montreal. Former Montreal Canadiens CK Soudan, Mark Messier.
If not, it will be OT and Ducks win. Yeah, we'll have to see if Vegas can tie it. Wouldn't mind some overtime on this Sunday night. I think that'd be cool. Wouldn't mind seeing some of that. Who's going to win? I picked Anaheim to win and tie the series, Ruben. High school teammate, picked third overall by the Mariners. Number 1 draft pick was between Ken Griffey Jr. and Rodriguez. Wow. Nice. Montreal defeated Buffalo 6-2 in Game 3. They take a 2-1 series lead. Carolina monitoring that series very closely. All right. Third period coming up in about 4 minutes, guys. Stay tuned. Third period coming up in 4 minutes.
So where ankles snap, where wrists twist, where burns are cut,
great. Pain reduction can begin with genetics. Do not take genetics with CPA inhibitors. Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. Genetics may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes. Genetics meets pain where it starts. Ask your doctor about genetics.
Tell your friends and neighbors at Diamond Credit Union and experience banking that places the focus where it should be, on you. At Diamond, you'll feel the difference that a more personalized, dedicated approach can make. We meet you where you are, right inside your community, where we've been
All right.
since 1947. Where local needs meet family trees. Where high tech meets high. And where I wish meets here's how. That's Unity. That's Diamond Credit Union. Oh, okay. Love it.
Getting duck sauce ready. Nice. Never had duck sauce. Sitting on pins and needles, waiting. Don't worry, we're almost there. Got about 2 minutes to go. We're almost there. Probably less than that, honestly.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
What's for dinner? This. Wake the Santa Forest with wonder. And mix and match dishes from 20 plus mouth-watering chef-crafted menus in one order.
What happens at WrestleMania doesn't stay there. Stream Backlash, available now on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan.
Seeing Jin? No, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Jolene. Alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of period number 3 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks here tonight. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Brett Howden, Alex Killorn, to make it a 3-2 lead for Anaheim here after 40 minutes of play. Taking a look at your stats through 40, shots are 18-12 in favor of the Anaheim Ducks. Faceoffs are 62% in favor of Vegas. Power plays, Vegas 1 for 1. Anaheim 2 for 3. Vegas getting into the power play coming up in a moment. Hits are 26-22. And block shots are 11-8 in favor of the Golden Knights. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We are on the push for 6,800 subscribers. Oh, now Kevin Weeks is up here with Levy. All right, period number 3 between the Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim will start out this period on the penalty kill. We'll see if Vegas can use this power play to their advantage and try and tie this game up. Period number 3 here in game 4. And we are underway. Face-off won by Vegas. Shea Theodore backhand pass then for Jack Eichel. He'll carry it into the zone. Down low then Dorofeev, a shot saved by Dostal. Down low in the corner, Eichel. Up top to Theodore. Theodore to Dorofeev. Point then Theodore then for Eichel on the right side. Theodore waits, shoots it. That one goes wide. Pavel Dorofeev. Down low for Mitch Marner. Marner for Eichel. Eichel to Theodore, a shot. That one is blocked. And the puck slides out of the zone. It's offsides. Wow. Offsides against Golden Knights. See the replay here. Good movement there by the Golden Knights. Couple good chances there on Dostal. Face-off coming up again now in the neutral zone. Just outside of the Anaheim end, 1:26 to go on the power play. Face-off won by the Golden Knights. Dorofeev then for Eichel. Eichel back for Theodore. Pass back to Eichel, who moves it through center then for the Golden Knights. Eichel will gain the line up top, then Theodore. Intercepted by Anaheim. They will dump it down into the Vegas zone. And in on Carter Hart, who kind of fell on his butt there trying to make that save. Could have been really bad. Yeah, face-off coming up here now in the Vegas end. Carter Hart fell on his butt. Looking at the replay here, he lost an edge trying to go for that puck, but fortunately he still made the save. Would have been pretty bad if that puck went into the back of the net. Face-off coming up here now in the Golden Knights zone. Carter Hart, 15 saves tonight on 18 shots. .833 save percentage. Wouldn't say the goals have been his fault. 2 of them have been on the power play. Face-off coming up again now in the Vegas end. Eichel versus Washi. Face-off won by Anaheim. Trouba forced out of the zone. He'll dump it down low. Now Granlund gets it back. He'll clear it down as well. Vegas will get it back. Shea Theodore through center for the Knights. Theodore gains the line. On the right side, Dorofeev trying to dump it down low. Hurdle. Back up top then for Theodore. Shea Theodore to Jack Eichel. Eichel down low then for Marner in front, jabbing at that puck. Anaheim trying to take it away. Marner battling for it then with Killorn. Hurdle trying to play it ahead. Dorofeev there battling for it as well. Trouba behind the net then for the Ducks. Will shoot this one all the way back into the Vegas end. Theodore in the Golden Knights zone. He will drop it back with 10 seconds to go on the Vegas power play. Rasmus Andersson will dump it down low into the zone. Power play comes to a close. Awesome kill by Anaheim. Seneca now out of the box. Howden backhands it off the boards back into the Anaheim end. John Carlson turnover there. It's Hanifin in front. And the shot goes wide there of Dostal. Howden to Carlson. On the right side then, Barbashev will dump it around behind the net. Then up top to Rasmus Andersson. Grab back by Howden. Howden to Hanifin, a shot. And that one goes wide there of Dostal and all the way back into the Las Vegas end. Howden fighting with Kreider. Hanifin off the boards then for Theodore. Played all the way back to center. Trouba banks it back down low into the Vegas end. Theodore on the right side then for Kreider. Kreider battling for it with Dowd. Anaheim gets it back. Terry on the right side. Drops it back. Michukov to Trouba. A shot. That one goes wide. Leo Carlson up top to Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe off the boards. It's broken up then by Vegas. McNabb will play it ahead then for Barbashev, who moves it through center. Broken up by the Ducks. Jacob Trouba in the Anaheim end, back over to Lacombe. Shots are 18-15 here. Cutter Gauthier into the zone, fires it wide. McTavish down low in the corner. Mason McTavish up top to Moore. Moore pass to Zellweger, a shot. That one goes wide. Here's Gauthier up top. Moore waits, fires it. He scores! Ian Moore from up top. And Anaheim with a huge insurance goal. It's 4-2. Ian Moore from up top. Wow. Scratch for the last 2 games is brought into game number 4 And with a deflection shot there off of Carter Hart, Ian Moore, who I believe that's his first career playoff goal, makes it a 2-goal lead for the Anaheim Ducks. Wow. Ian Moore only had 4 goals in the regular season for Anaheim the entire time. And he picks up his first career playoff goal in his 8th career playoff game. Anaheim leads by 2 here in the 3rd. Killorn battling for on the right side then with Kolasar. Dump back down low behind the net then. Seneca fighting alongside Hutton. Cleared back to center. John Carlson. Cross-ice pass to Pavel Mintyukov. On the 19th shot for Anaheim, they have the 4th goal. 3-point game for Cutter Gauthier. 3 assists, wow. Golden Knights will move it through center. Braden McNabb into the zone, gets around the D. Marner will dump it down low behind the net, or at least he tries to. Mintyukov off the boards. VL will get it to center. It's a one-on-one. Harkins trying to get around Theodore. Both of them tied up there on the right side. Theodore gets it back then for Vegas. Here's Lacombe to Washi. Up top. Trouba's shot. That one goes wide. Golden Knights will bring it through center. Anaheim steals it back. They will dump it down low into the Golden Knights' end. McNabb on the right side then for Theodore. Shea Theodore to Barbashev. And a whistle blown dead at 14:43 for, I believe, offsides. Yep. Yes, sir, Habs. Anaheim, 23 straight wins in the playoffs when leading by multiple goals. Puck is cleared back into the Anaheim zone. And the puck goes up and out of play at 14:36. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We are on the road to 6,800 subscribers. Anaheim looking to tie the series. Face-off won by Vegas. Anderson dumps it down low behind the net then. Paling fighting with Hannafin. Down low, John Carlson trying to clear. Barbashev gets it back. Backhand on. Deflects up in the air and down low into the corner. Mintyukov battling forward then with Dorofeev. About 6 minutes gone in this 3rd period. Eichel fighting with Mintyukov. Granlund to Killorn, who tries to clear. Anaheim will move it now through center. It's a 1-on-3. Paling is broken up pretty easily. Dorofeev. Back to Barbashev. Noah Hannafin then to McNabb. McNabb up top to Dowd. Nick Dowd into the zone, battling forward alongside Trouba. Dowd. Cross-ice pass then for Theodore. Shea Theodore will regroup in the Vegas end. Cross-ice pass to McNabb, who tries to dump it down low. Washi backhands it into the Vegas end. Shea Theodore gets it back then for the Golden Knights. Off the boards then for Smith. Pavel Mintyukov gets it back then for the Ducks. John Carlson will get it back then again for Anaheim. They'll regroup in their own zone. Cross-ice pass slides back down low into the Anaheim zone. Terry battling forward with Anaheim. Troy Terry on the right side. Hurdle to Hannafin. Hannafin ahead then, broken up. Nearly Kolasar went on a 1-on-0, but Anaheim forced it back to center. Shots are 19-16. Hurdle. Off the boards to center. Washi fighting with Hurdle. Cleared all the way back down low into the Vegas end. Hannafin. Right side pass then for William Karlsson, who will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Seneca fighting with Marner. Back at Seneca trying to get this one free, fighting alongside Howden. Marner down low. Puck is poke checked away. Ben Hutton on the right side. Marner a shot. That one goes wide. Trouba. Then for Seneca, who clears it to center. Vegas will gain the line. Marner will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. About 8 minutes gone here in this third period. Anaheim leads by 2. Eichel to Theodore. Back on the right side then. Jack Eichel will regroup in the Vegas end. Cross-ice pass for Marner. Anaheim will backhand this one all the way back into the Golden Knights end. 11.5 to go. The Ducks have a 2-goal lead, but I imagine Vegas is not done yet. We're going to see them try and make a push. Lacombe on the right side. Grab back then by Jack Eichel. Eichel, as Vegas is forced back to center. Here's Dorofeev in the Golden Knights end. Pavel Dorofeev now regrouping with his own puck here in the Vegas end, meeting some boos from the Anaheim crowd. Clear back into the Anaheim end, Ian Moore. Moore trying to throw a pass to center. Gauthier played to center. McTavish waits. Cross-ice pass into the zone. And Gauthier broken up. Cutter Gauthier to McTavish, denied there. Another penalty coming against the Golden Knights. Or no, it's on Anaheim. Is it? I thought Vegas didn't touch that puck. Looks like another power play coming up for Anaheim with 10:38 to go. Here's the call. Hooking on Rasmus Andersson. And a power play coming up for the Anaheim Ducks. As Andersson hooked Gauthier. And Anaheim will have a chance to potentially probably seal this one away, to be honest, with a power play coming up. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. We are at 77 likes here on the wonderful commentary stream. That being said, folks, I'm going to go use the bathroom again super quick. Last time. I'll be right back.
Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. Genetics may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes. Genetics meets pain where it starts. Ask your doctor about genetics. Call your friends and neighbors at Stanley Credit Union. Exchange banking that places the focus where it should be, on you. At Diamond, you'll feel the difference that a more personalized, dedicated approach can make. We meet you where you are, not inside your community, where we've been serving our members since 1947. Where local roots meet family trees, where high tech meets high, and where I wish meets here's how. That's me.
Already I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. And perfect timing, too. Power play coming up for Anaheim. Showing off Joel Quenneville, two-time Stanley Cup champion with Chicago. Looking to do the same here again with this Ducks team, and he's coached them very well. Young group of guys, bright future ahead. And they're about to get a power play here in this third period. Face-off is won by Anaheim. Gauthier shot, save there by Carter Hart. Voice crack there. Carter Hart. Face-off again now in the Vegas end. Anaheim 2 for 3. 4 shots on the power play. They were previously 0 for 11 heading into tonight. Face-off one with the Golden Knights. Anaheim steals it right back, though. Gauthier to Seneca. Killorn below the line. Up top to Lacombe. Lacombe to McTavish. McTavish circles it around that on the right side. Mason McTavish to Seneca. That gets Seneca to Lacombe. To Seneca! Denied by Carter Hart. Theodore on the right side fighting with McTavish. Marner off the boards then for Gauthier. Gauthier, top of the circle, up top to Lacombe. Lacombe to Seneca. To Killorn in front, save rebounds there. Denied by Hart. Golden Knights get it back, and they try and clear. Howden will get that puck, and now a 2-on-1 the other way. It's Marner with McNabb. Cross-ice pass to McNabb, a shot saved by Dostal. Puck is cleared away, and Anaheim will come back through center. Granlund will actually take it back and regroup here in his own end. Jackson Lacombe into the neutral zone. To Leo Carlson. Carlson to Terry. Terry up top for Kreider. Chris Kreider. Below the goal line then, back up top to Terry. John Carlson. To Granlund. Granlund to Leo Carlson. Up top then, Terry fires it wide. Up top is John Carlson. Back to Leo Carlson. Down low then Granlund. Up top, Carlson to Terry in front. Leo was right there, but he could not convert. Power play is going to come to a close. Another kill by Vegas. Some solid chances by Anaheim, but they're unable to convert. Now with 8.5 minutes to go, Vegas needs 2 goals. Here's Lacombe. In the Anaheim end, right side, Jacob Trouba. Chipped off the boards and dumped back down into the Vegas end. Anaheim gets it back. Clear back into the Vegas zone. Theodore. Right side then for Braden McNabb. Into the zone, Kolasar getting around the D, or at least he tries to. Now Washi. Battling for it down low in the Anaheim zone. Vegas trying to cycle that puck. Hannafin. Fighting alongside VL. Smith tried to dump it to center. Ducks will carry it down the other way. VL up top. Fires one wide there of Carter Hart. Noah Hannafin. Gets it back for Vegas. He will dump it down into the Anaheim end. Seneca. Ahead then for Granlund. Mikhail Granlund will backhand this one down into the Vegas zone. Granlund now battling forward with Anderson. Kreider on the right side. My game just paused. What the hell? Back into the Vegas Anaheim zone. Ducks will regroup. Anaheim now regroups at center. 7:05 to go in the third period. And Vegas goes offsides at 6:58. Dropped something on my controller and it caused the game to pause. Anywho, my apologies for that. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the third period. We're approaching crunch time. Vegas is running out of time to tie this hockey game up. It's 4-2. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. We are on the road to 6,800 subscribers.
Avoid use of grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. Genetics may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes.
Habs won earlier, eh? Yup. They now have a 2-1 series lead. We'll see if they can take a 3-1 series lead or the Sabres will tie it up. I don't know. That series is interesting. It's more than crunch time. Could be lethal. Yep. We will be live tomorrow for Game 4 of the Avalanche and the Wild. Looking forward to getting back to that series. I missed Game 3. Excited to see what Game 4 has in store. We'll be live for Game 5 of this series on Tuesday. And we will also be live for Game 4 of Montreal and Buffalo coming up soon as well. Heading into the latter stages of regulation, Anaheim has a 2-goal lead. Face-off one with the Ducks. They will dump it down low into the Golden Knights zone. Carter Hart clears it off the boards. Then Brett Howden. Cross-ice pass for Rasmus Andersson, who will gain the line and dump it down into the Anaheim end. Jacob Trouba. Back over then for the Ducks. Trouba, cross-ice pass then for Lacombe, who dumps it down low. Vegas will carry this one through center then with speed. It's Rasmus Andersson who will dump it into the Anaheim end. Granlund tried to play it to center. Golden Knights are forced back. Shea Theodore on the right side. William Karlsson backhands it down low. High stick there for Anaheim. And they penalize them for it. Face-off coming up here in the Anaheim zone.
Stanley Cup playoffs are better on the NHL app. Well, it leaves anybody to be a scorer right now, but I look to Jack Eichel, the lead center iceman, 2-goal deficit right now for Vegas. He can make plays, generate more hand. Jack Eichel got a great shot.
Face-off coming up here now in the Anaheim end. It's Granlund versus Eichel. Face-off here in the Anaheim end. It's one back by Anaheim. John Carlson will clear it to center. Seneca trying to play it ahead. Golden Knights will get it back. They will dump it down low. Carlson clears to center. Paling battling forward then with McNabb. Pavel Dorofeev down low then for Shea Theodore. Theodore to Eichel. Eichel cross-ice pass to Barbashev. Killorn back to John Carlson in the Anaheim zone. Mitchukov. Pass ahead to center. Hannafin to Terry. Dorofeev battling for it then at center. Cleared all the way back down low into the Vegas end. That'll be an icing against Anaheim. Seems like Anaheim has this locked down. It doesn't seem like Vegas is going to make a comeback. Face-off coming up now in the Anaheim zone. One back by Anaheim. John Carlson throws it out of play. And that might be another penalty. Ooh, they're going to take a look at this for sure. 5:24 to go in the third period. We'll see if this ends up in a Vegas power play. Looks like it will. Yeah, delay of game call for John Carlson. This is a big chance for Vegas. They get a power play here, down by 2 goals. Opportunity to pull within 1. We'll step aside one more time. 2-goal lead for the Ducks. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below. Wouldn't mind Vegas scoring once more. We'll see if they capitalize on the opportunity here to potentially pull within a goal and try and tie it. It's going to take a lot, but this Golden Knights team has the firepower to get it done. And they already have a power play goal tonight. From Dorofeev in the opening period. We'll see if they can get another one. All right, once more, I'll remind you, we'll be live tomorrow for Avalanche and Wild Round 2, Game 4. That is coming up here tomorrow on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Face-off in the Anaheim zone. Won by the Ducks. Alex Killorn will dump it down low into the Vegas end. Carter Hart gives it back then for Shea Theodore. Theodore moves it through center. He'll drop it back then for Eichel. Eichel into the zone. Gets around the D. On the right side, Hurdle up top for Theodore. Theodore to Dorofeev. Vegas will regroup now. Anaheim forced it back. It's Paling who will force a turnover at the line and dump it down low into the Vegas end. That's huge. Theodore drops it back for Eichel. Keep an eye out for Carter Hart. They may pull him soon. Eichel stolen back by Granlund, who will dump it all the way back into the Las Vegas end. Hannafin fighting for it then with Washi. Mitch Marner here now on the right side to Jack Eichel. Eichel to Dorofeev. Dorofeev up top then for Hurdle. Hurdle up top for Hannafin. Hannafin to Eichel. Vegas will slide that puck back into the Golden Knights end. Oh, man. This is a rough power play for Vegas. Hannafin carries it through center. He'll drop it back for Anderson. Golden Knights can't even get into the zone. Carlson gets around Minchukov. Less than 4 minutes to go in regulation. 25 to go on the power play. Carlson to Hannafin. Rasmus Anderson on the right side to Carlson. Up top, Hannafin. Back to Anderson. Fires one on. Saved there by Dostal. Anaheim will dump this one down low into the Vegas end. In there on Carter Hart. Noah Hannafin. Off the boards to Ivan Barbashev. Power play is over. What a kill by Anaheim. Keep an eye out for Carter Hart. I imagine that's the next thing we'll see. Anaheim now forcing it through center. Terry into the zone. Fires it. That one's blocked. Ivan Barbashev in the Vegas end. Golden Knights will force it back to center. Carlson off the boards then. Zellweger fighting with Howden. Howden. Down low for Terry. Terry on the right side for Zellweger. Ducks will clear it. Back into the Golden Knights end. Hutton. Back down low for Theodore. Carter Hart's going to go. Empty net for Vegas. Eichel into the zone. Anaheim immediately breaks it up. They will force this puck to center. They want a penalty on Vegas. It doesn't look like they'll get one. Golden Knights carry it into the zone. Up top, Shea Theodore. Pass over, broken up. Washi will take it back. He will backhand it into the Vegas end. Not enough for an icing. Hurdle dumps it down low. On the right side, Ducks get it back. Theodore fighting with John Carlson. Puck is forced all the way back into the Vegas zone. They need an icing. They can't even get in there to get a shot on. Theodore. Off the boards for Hannafin, who dumps it down low. Dostal out of his net to play it. He'll fire it around behind the net. Hannafin. Back down low, Dorofeev. In the corner, then Hurdle. Hurdle to Marner. Down to less than 2 minutes to go. Theodore, down low for Eichel. Eichel up top, broken up by Anaheim. Gauthier takes the puck. He's poke checked from the empty net. What a defensive play by Noah Hannafin. Vegas carries it into the zone. They're offsides. Oh, man. Got to be a frustrating game for Vegas. Unable to get into the zone. Phenomenal defense from the Anaheim Ducks. Golden Knights are going to call their timeout with 1:26 to go. Awesome defensive game here by the Anaheim Ducks. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Love to see Vegas have a losing season, to see those bandwagons disappear. Been a Cats fan since 2008, but been following them since the bad times. Well, good. Then you won't be called a bandwagon if that's the case. All right. Face-off coming here in the Anaheim end. Ducks are looking to shut this one down for the next 86 seconds and tie the series at 2 apiece. The face-off coming up here outside of the Anaheim zone, won by Vegas. They blow it dead due to a face-off violation. So we will try that again. Another attempt. Carlson will take the draw. Against Terry, the faceoff won by Vegas. Eichel into the zone, fires it. That one goes wide to Dostal. Off of Dorofeev and back into the Golden Knights end. Approaching the final minute of play in regulation. Eichel. Off the boards for Marner. Mitch Marner fires in front. Hurdle scores. With 1:04 to go, Tomas Hurdle pulls within 1 on the backdoor pass. And it's 4-3. 64 seconds remaining here in regulation. Tomas Hurdle, with I believe that's his first goal of the playoffs. It's a 1-goal game. Tomas Hurdle, first goal of the postseason, assisted by Marner and Eichel. Another point for Mitch Marner. 64 seconds to go. That's a huge face-off win by Anaheim. Harkins battling forward with Theodore. We will see if Anaheim can pull the goalie. Shot by Dorofeev. Denied there by Dostal. Right side Eichel. Down low in the corner, up top to Theodore. 6-on-5. Theodore a shot. That one's down low. Pass in front. It's in the crease. Dostal has it. With 45 seconds to go in regulation, Lucas Dostal with a massive save. Shots are 23-21. Never over till it's over. You're right about that, JB. Big save there by Dostal on the right side. Thank you, James. 45 seconds to go here in the third period. Face-off in the Anaheim end. It's a tie-up. Anaheim wins it back. Paling trying to clear. He kind of can't get the puck clearly on his stick. Carlson behind the net then for Vegas. William Carlson down low in the corner. It's a tie-up. Eichel fires it up top then to Marner. Mitch Marner in the corner for Eichel. Up top then Dorofeev. Dorofeev to Marner. Anaheim holding them to the outside. Eichel to Trouba. Anaheim will clear it the other way with 20 to go. And it will not be an icing. Theodore will chip it down into the Anaheim end. And it's an icing! Oh my God! It's over. 11 seconds left and Vegas has an icing. They tried to dump it down low into the Anaheim zone with just shy of 11 seconds to go. Carter Hart will come back into the net. Face-off coming up here now in the Golden Knights end. The Knights have to get it down the other way and score in less than 11 seconds. Eichel versus Washi. Coming up in a second. All right, the face-off is won by Anaheim. Harkins to Washi, will hold it against the boards. Knights will try and play it through center. Into the zone is Marner. They run out of time, and Anaheim has tied the series at 2 games apiece, surviving a late comeback by the Golden Knights, and they win this one 4-3, your final score. That was a great end to that hockey game. I certainly enjoyed it. Golden Knights tried to come back late. They were unable to, and Anaheim carries away with another win, and we will head back to Vegas tied at 2 games apiece. Okay, that'll do it for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for our video coming out here in a moment, recapping all of the games today as well as the games tomorrow as well. We will be live tomorrow. Say that again. We will be live tomorrow for Game 4 between the Minnesota Wild and the Colorado Avalanche. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in the next stream.